if I needed to make an extra $1,000 a month, I wouldn't start off by trying to start this crazy business. I wouldn't start trying to quit my job, and I definitely wouldn't just sit around waiting on passive income. As you can see by the thumbnail and the title, today we're gonna be talking about how I would basically make an extra $1,000 a month if I had to start, if I had to, you know, what I would do, what you probably could do. You could use some of these tips and tricks too as well if you just follow along. So before we get through the video, man, make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna break down some things that I would do. All right, so first of all, you should just go ahead and just stop thinking about, all right, just straight $1,000. I'm gonna always tell you that because that's, people always look at the bigger number. Look at it from a smaller perspective. Okay, you could just try to make extra $250 a week. Look at it that way, or something like that. Then the question changes, instead of like, how do I make a whole $1,000 a month? Can I just make $250 a week? You see how it probably gets easier. It seems more attainable. Then I would try to use the resources around me. I wouldn't try to go do things that I don't have access to right now or that's not available to me. So let's say I could try to pick up a shift, pick up some overtime, you know, see if I can get another job real quick on the weekend or however. Or you got DoorDash, you got Instacart, you got Spark, you got all these different apps where you can, you know, when you get off work or before you go to work, do you a couple rounds. And then, you feel me, you can't just sit on your behind all day and expecting the money to come through. Everybody want to be making passive income. Everybody, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to start off somewhere. You got to know you got that dog in you. You know you got that hustling that you can get up off your behind and get the money yourself. So with that being said, stop thinking about the passive 10K coming in right now, especially if you're trying to get that $1,000 a month. If you get what I'm saying. Like, then what else they got? Then I would try to start doing the things I know how to do. Like, once I make my $1,000 off of, like, let's say DoorDash or things I just named, Spark and stuff like that, then I probably try, like, cause that's the faster way to do it. That's the fast money coming in. I look at the fast money, how I do it the fast with the things that's coming. Really, me personally, I'll probably do like pick up some overtime, for real. But you also got, cause everybody jobs don't have that. And if you got like a car, if you got a phone, you got all this stuff on your phone. So I probably do, like I said, DoorDash, Instacart, Spark, whatever these little apps they be having, I do that. Boom. Then I look at the things I already know how to do. So if you know how to cut hair, if you know how to do hair, if you know how to edit videos, things like that, quick little money. Do you a service. If you know how to wash cars, gang, washing cars, I promise you, it'll make you some money. It's time consuming, but bruh, that's a good detail. Everybody gonna want their car clean, especially around like tax time, people getting new cash cars and stuff like that, bruh. Baby, I need a detailer. You know how to tint windows, if you know how to fix computers, do makeup, whatever it is that you know how to do, bro. Then that's when you start going over to that. See what you know how to do. But you're gonna have to show your work and shit like that too. So don't just be out here. It's plenty ways out here to get some money. Don't just be sitting around waiting for somebody to come give you some money. If you gotta sit around and wait for somebody to give you some money, you sorry. People just wanna leech. It's not right for people to leech off other people, gang. Simple. If you could cut. Matter of fact, you I know y'all remember, like, when we was younger, it used to be people. You know, you got the water boys right now. They find a way to make some money right now. You got the thrill lady, you got the candy lady. You got people that's going around cutting grass in the summer, raking yards, clean up yards. Come on, bro. You could make a little $250 a week doing that, or however much. You can really make more than $1,000 a month doing stuff like that. It's gonna be slow the first part, but trust me, it's gonna eventually pay out. Like, your first week you might make $75. Your second week you might make $350. Hey, A win is a win. Next week after that, you might make nothing. But then that final week, you down there might make 1,000 or 500 or something like that. You never know. You might get there. You might make it there. You just gotta. How would you know if you just sitting on your ass waiting for somebody to come give you the money? That ain't right. You need to be valuable. You need to be useful. And then the things I wouldn't do, I would not go buy equipment. I wouldn't spend $3,000, $2,000, $1,500 to make only $1,000. Hell no. Use the shit that you already got. If you got the hair supplies already, cool. The little comb probably gonna cost you about $5. Alright. Things that you could do on your phone, DoorDash and all that stuff. All you doing, you might be filling up your tank or whatever. But hey, sometimes you gotta sacrifice. Especially if you really need it, or if you want it, however you trying to make something happen, make something shake. I feel like you should do it. And I know I said these are things that I do, but I feel like you should do it too if you're trying to make extra $1,000. If you know some other things that you can do to make an extra $1,000 a month, let me know down below in the comment section. Comment it down below. What would you do? Also, if you made it this far in the video, man, like it. I also seen people make websites. Cause I had needed somebody on my website. They charged me like $100, $120 maybe, something like that. You got people that's doing business cards, people that's doing party favors. Hey, bro, you could do a lot. And I would say the internet, but I wouldn't depend on it like for some fast money, because it's a process of, you know, making the money, getting monetized and stuff like that. If you need it quick, I just named the quick things. But if you also want to make some money on the side, I say do the internet job, like a content creation. You know, what else you could do on the internet? Shit, I don't know. I really just know like content creation, social media, digital marketing, stuff like that. You could do that. You could sell products online, things like that. You could do stuff like that, or sell courses, sell ebooks, whatever. But you gotta be able to promote. It gotta be valuable, game. Things that people want. That's another thing. You just gotta sit back and ask yourself, like, what is it that the world need? Like, what is it that they need? What are people in need of? What are people looking for? What are people wanting to know how to do? And if you can fulfill that, you got you one. So, with that being said, man, go out there and make your extra $1,000 a month, and don't spend it on no bull job. Well, actually, you got your reasons for what you want an extra $1,000 a month, or just you don't even gotta be an extra $1,000. It could just be a extra couple $100, just some extra pocket change, you know, just to have in your pocket. It's up to you. But that's gonna be the end of today's video. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, man. I'm out. Have a blessed day.